the 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs, the same type of weaponry deployed in the recent US airstrikes on Iran's underground nuclear sites. Now, this video shown during a press briefing captured the massive ordnance penetrator, also known as the GBU-57, plunging deep into a fortified target and triggering a massive dust cloud before a bright inferno erupted inside the shaft. The test footage illustrated the destructive might of the weapon designed to reach deeply buried bunkers. My colleague Shinjoy Chaudhary is on the broadcast with us. Shinjoy, amid a lot of questions being raised within the United States on how effective these US strikes were, the Pentagon has released this footage that shows the impact and the power of the bombs.
After President Donald Trump had said that these Iranian nuclear sites had been obliterated, there were intelligence reports saying that the damage has only delayed the Iranian nuclear production by about a few months, which is why these photographs have been released. These images have been released, showing how much damage was really caused. The Pentagon itself has released this, and the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has also said that enormous damage was caused by these bunker buster bombs. These bunker buster bombs, two of them were released at Fort have enormous capability, and because of that, the Israelis could not hit Fordo properly, because they did not have this capability of bunker buster bombs. These were released from the B-2 bomber, and as a result, you see the photographs. The damage appears to be extensive, and President Trump has said that the nuclear site was obliterated.
All right. Shinjoy, stay with us. Let's just take a look at this video, because this is sensational. This does not happen often, and it is the Pentagon that has dropped the bomb tapes that shows how Iran's nuclear sites have been obliterated. Now, take a look at these visuals that have been released by the United States, and it gives you the indication, the power of the GBU-57s that were dropped by the United States. Now, look at how it is dropped, and then you can see an explosion of dust in the air. Gives you an indication that even if the nuclear sites were buried deep inside, remember, intel suggests that the nuclear sites were as low as 250 to 300 feet buried under the ground. So the impact of the strikes by the United States are shown in this. The moment it hits the ground, there is a huge explosion that takes place. In fact, it is only the GBUs that could have reached there. Remember, time and again, there was a lot of conversation about how no other military in the world, except for the United States, could have hit these sites because of how deep they were buried inside the ground, protected by a mountain that was known as the nuclear mountain. So this is a footage that shows the impact that it could have had. Shinjoy continues to stay live with us. And Shinjoy, in the United States as well, while questions had been asked on what was the impact of the US strikes on Iran, the media has criticized the Trump administration, saying that there have been a preliminary report that suggested that not much damage was done, while on the other hand, the US president had said that these sites had been obliterated completely.
This was an internal debate within the United States. There were intelligence reports which suggest that the there was damage, but it would delay the Iranian nuclear program by perhaps a few months. And as a result of those reports, which were strongly criticized by the Trump administration, the Trump administration asked the Pentagon to release these photographs and these images, which will tell you exactly how much damage was done.
In fact,
see, any nuclear...
Shinjoy, very clearly, there were a lot of questions being raised on the United States administration